Hey, how's everybody doing? I hope everyone's having a good day. This is going to be try to keep it a pretty quick review. This is the NECA 1/4 scale Leonardo. It just came out this week. If you want to pick it up, they have an eBay page. You also have an Amazon page. You can hit them up and you can grab one. I think it's $108.99 or something like that, which seems more expensive actually for some reason. I could have sworn that these were $99 when they initially came out. I could have sworn they were $100 even. This one, for some reason, on NECA's store was $108, and I could have sworn that Raphael was the same price too. I thought it was $100 even as well. I know for a fact that I didn't spend more than $100 on Donatello, and that was straight from the NECA store. But this one was $108 for some reason. So I don't know if NECA had to inflate the prices for some reason. Again, I don't remember what I paid for Raphael. I thought it was $100. For all I know, maybe that one did begin with $108. Maybe that was the initial shift when that took place, but I know for sure that Donatello was only $100, at least here in the United States. But whatever, it is what it is. You know, NECA has their reasons, so you know, whatever. But overall, it's another home run as far as the Ninja Turtle line goes. Michelangelo is the last one. They really did a great job on this one as well. The articulation is pretty much the same. If you have these figures, you know that you really got to work the joints a little bit, and the more you work the joints, they start to loosen up. You're not going to be getting any articulation from me, so don't even bother looking for it. Feel free to browse some other people's videos, and you'll get articulation from those guys. I think John Deek is doing a review as well. He may already have his up. I believe the last one he did, he does do articulation. I don't. I just have really bad luck when I mess around with articulation to see how far joints can go, because they break on me. And again, I've said this in multiple videos. I've watched people do reviews and split clothing and break figures, and I just can't do it, man, because I spend my money on this. I'm not getting them for free. It is what it is. So I'm just going to get right to it. Going to pretty much just show you the face, show you the head, do what I usually do the 360 around, show you the back. And that's pretty much going to be it. It's basically, you know, there's nothing really different about this figure other than it's Leonardo and you get some different accessories. The articulation is the same as far as I can tell, and you get pretty much the same accessories. You get an empty can of ooze. You also get a slice of pizza and some interchangeable hands, and I'll show you that, you know, as well. You know, it's going to be exciting. So let me zoom in on this guy, and we'll do some rotations and get to it. And here you go. Here's a nice close-up shot of the face. I mean, just look at that detail, man. And if you have, again, I usually mention this in the beginning of the video, but I usually do my videos in 4K. So try to hit the highest resolution you can. Sometimes I upload these in the big file raw format. So sometimes the 4K option won't show up to the next day, unfortunately, because it takes YouTube a really long time to process. So if you're watching this in 360p, I'm sorry. But maybe for this one, I'll probably upload it in a smaller file, so maybe it takes less time. Either way, the 4K resolution comes through and it still looks great. So, you know, you probably won't even notice the difference, honestly. To the layman, you really won't see the difference in the quality, you know, compressing the file down. Pixel peepers will, you know. I'm pretty psychotic about that, so I would notice, but it is what it is. But anyway, if you're watching the video and you're seeing this come through in awesome resolution, man, the detail, the texturing, everything they did, the detail is phenomenal. It really is a good job. And for $108, I've said this during previous reviews of these Ninja Turtle figures, for a little over $100, this is some of the best money you can spend and one of the best deals you can get as far as collectibles. And it's for a premium piece, in my opinion. It's incredible. I mean, it's spot on to the characters not in the cartoon rather, but the movie. And you can't get much better than this. It's really great. And when you display these things in the right light, man, it's killer. And I'll have all three of them next to each other at the end of this video just to show you all three of them together. And they are, I did it earlier, and they look great together, man. And do I wish they were 1/6 scale? Sure. You know, smaller, you save space, which is nice. But we can't have everything we want, right? So, you know, sometimes it is what it is. But if they were to come out with 1/6 scale versions, I would probably get them too. I don't know, I probably would. Just to have both sets and have the freedom to do certain poses or you know, setups as far as where you have them in your house, basement, you know, so on and so forth. So let's get to moving around. I'll show you from the top to the bottom of the front. All right, so we already got good shots of the face. And we'll go down. NECA didn't skimp on anything. The texturing and the paint apps and the work that were accomplished in post-production are very, very good. Everything comes through the way it should. These are like a rubbery kind of material, the knee pads. Of course, if they tried to actually do leather or something like that, of course the price would go up on these. So, you know, plastic component, it's cheaper, it's fine, still looks great. You know, painting, it's all in the skill. And when you have a really good person or an individual doing the paint apps, you can turn something that's average into a masterpiece. Really, really good job. So I'm very, very happy, and I'm going to mess around with the exposure here for just a second. So I might blow that out a little bit, but back to normal. So that's the front pretty much. I hope you got what you wanted to see from that. We'll do a rotation around to the side, why not? Here's your left side portrait shot. Detail from every angle is fantastic. You're not really going to see any differences, major differences anyway. So of course, with this, similar to the rest of them, the bandana across the eyes is sculpted, and then the tie in the back is actual cloth. There are some people that were kind of mad at that. They would have rather. Some people were saying they actually wanted it sculpted all the way through, from the eye portion to the back of where it ties, and then other folks were like, no, it should have been cloth all the way around. But trying to do cloth around the eye portion as well, again, I think all these things will contribute to increasing price. Unfortunately, that's what happens. When you start doing that, it gets a little bit harder and a little bit more work goes into making it look like that. It's not easy. So they would definitely inflate the price again a little bit, and they obviously already have. These were $100 a piece at first, and now this one is 108. Again, I can't remember if Raphael was 108 or not, but when I got Donatello from the NECA store, it was 100. So the price has gone up slightly. I'm not sure if the $100 for Donatello when it first came out was some kind of introduction price because it was the first one. Maybe 108 was going to be their standard pricing range for these to begin with. I don't know. Who knows? But either way, for the money and what you get, you can't complain. So in the same fashion and going down, you know, of course, everyone hates joints. The joints sometimes can be unsightly. But the padding, or not the padding, but the knee pads cover the joints enough. I mean, once you bend them and you start doing poses with them and you see the joint, it does take away from the figure a little bit. That happens with any figure, whether it's 1/6 or 1/4. It does take away from the presence of the figure and it looks more like a toy. But when you've got great details like this, it really doesn't matter too much. But I usually, for these, I have them in kind of museum poses, nothing too dynamic. Just because I don't want the joints to show on these, just because they look so good in this size. So hopefully the detail on the swords is coming through. I'm going to show you the back in a second. We'll do the other side portrait first. And let's get to that. All right, here's the right portrait shot. Again, nothing overly different than the other side, just the right side. But everything detail as far as good, you know, the veins pop out nicely. Paint application all the way around is good. You won't hear any bitching from me. Can't speak for everybody else though. Alright, I'll give you a shot of the back and show you the katana blades. And here's the back, here are the blades. His holsters themselves are obviously sculpted. They're not made out of leather or pleather or anything like that. The strings that you see are obviously sculpted as well. They are not actual ties. With Donatello, you actually did get a tie at the back, which held that to his shell, which was a nice addition. For this, you know, it's all sculpted, which is fine. Now, I don't know if you guys can remember, but I can't remember. I don't have my phone to check right now, but I don't remember there being openings at the top handle portion as far as the holsters themselves. I don't remember there being cutouts. I thought they actually went all the way in. So I'll check it on my phone when I get done this review. But if I forget, you guys feel free to let me know if they were open, because I don't remember them being open like that. I thought they were always closed from the bottom to the top, obviously. But for these, for some reason, they're cut out pieces. So if they weren't like that, I'm not sure what NECA's reasoning is for that. Maybe, you know, I don't know. As far as fluidity, getting them in and out, maybe. I have no idea. But maybe they did look like that, and maybe I'm answering my own question, so who knows. So I'll go down. I'll show you the back. Very good detail for $108, man. This is top-notch shit. Now, if they do 1/6 scale, if they were to do these in 1/6 scale, I'm curious to what the price would be. If they'd be half, they'd be 50. If they'd be 60, somewhere around there. I would imagine probably around the $50 mark. Not much over that, hopefully. I know some people would probably get pissed off if they did, because they're going to be like, God damn it, now I'm going to buy these. But I know some people would probably buy the 1/6 ones and then sell these, because a lot of folks wanted 1/6 to begin with, but we'll buy these for now. And you never know, they might not make them in 1/6. So to have these guys in these versions, you know, and they're perfect for me anyway. They embody the characters perfectly. NECA did a great job, so you're not going to hear me bitch. I'm very, very happy. Alright, so that's enough of the back. I'm going to cut to the next segment, and that's going to have all three together. And trust me when I tell you, it looks friggin' phenomenal. And there you go, there's all three together. They look fantastic together. They really do. Takes me right back to my childhood. That's for sure. I'm going to have to get a bigger stand when Michelangelo comes out, because they're barely fitting on the stand that I'm using right now. So I'm going to have to find out to get something else. And you know what? I'll show you guys how I'm displaying them right now. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future. I'm probably going to change it, because I would like them technically to really be next to each other. But I'll show you how I have them set up for now, and then we'll be done. Almost forgot to show you the accessories. Again, nothing that different from the previous ones. Get some interchangeable hands. You get pizza. You get another canister, obviously, and you get his 2 katana blades, which are plastic, of course. They're not metal. If they were, trust me, you'd be paying more. So yeah, that's it as far as accessories. So let me show you how I have these guys displayed as of right now. And here you go. Here's how I have them currently displayed right now. These display cases they're made by a company called Legend Studios, or Legend something. Sideshow Collectibles makes them. They're a little pricey, but they do the job for now for 1/4 scale figures. So I've been using them. They don't exactly light the entire figure, which is, especially the 1/4 scales, it's harder to. You really got to manipulate the light to see where you want as far as shadows. What do you want out? I mean, when you look at them, it does look pretty cool. I mean, it still looks pretty badass. Like, it looks even better, you know, if you're here looking at them, you know, with your own eyes and not through video. I mean, through video it looks decent, but the presence is a lot more commanding when you're actually in the room and looking at them. So the lighting may not be coming through as good, even in 4K. So, but this is how I have them displayed for now. And I have a total of 5 of these cases, so I just got to empty out one more. And Michelangelo will go in that one for now, because I don't know where else, I don't know how else to really display them right now, because as far as space, and it's just going to cost me a lot more money to get something else, or to commission another, you know, or custom build something. I just don't have the time. So for now, they will stay in these, but it's not like I'm not doing them justice. They still look pretty damn kick-ass. So all right, man, so that's really it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, whatever, you know, I usually answer. Again, if you're looking for articulation and there's anything that you didn't get from this video that you wanted, feel free to check out John Deek's review. He's the only person I kind of saw on the forums that said he was going to be doing one. So his may already be up, so feel free to check it out and look at it. He'll probably do articulation. I haven't watched it yet. Again, I don't even know if it's up. So, you know, hopefully he does, because I'm telling you to go to that video. So if he didn't do articulation in that, then I'm sorry. It is what it is. But, so that's it, folks. Deuces.